to find out the next team joining the rest in RLCS for the next season for the North America region. With the commentaries, Wade Punk and Finable Carpet. Take it away, guys.
You notice how the top of this stadium is the champion logo, the Grand Champ logo?
No, I didn't.
You never noticed that?
Nope.
Totally is.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't pay attention to the maps. Like even when I'm playing, when I'm watching, like when you name a map, I don't even know the name of it.
You're missing out on half the fun.
I don't know about half. That's a heavy
half
percentage
the fun
to get
is how everything looks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's why it is. That's why that's all the crates do is change the way you look. You know, they're super cool though. A lot of cool stuff. Get your Halloween crates before they're gone.
I don't like to predict. I know you. I usually dodge it, but I think we should do some justice.
We should do some.
Are we gonna do our own little prediction over here?
We should do some Justins.
My money's on Out of Style.
Out of Style.
I think an RLRS team is going to push through. I think at least one of them, I don't want to say needs to, but I think be really fitting. Obviously, the skills are very close because you're seeing all these best of sevens go all the way to Game 7, 1-goal games. Everyone's playing the same style. They're just as good with each other. I think Out of Style is going to be able to pull it through. I'd love to see Latch back on the podium, per se. And I think Justin has been just such a treat to watch. He always has in the RLRS. The games that I've watched, I loved watching Justin just do what he can do. When I'm spectating him, too, in the back, I like sticking to his camera because he's a very mechanically sound player. I don't know. I'm gonna put you on the spot. You got one for me? You can say no. I'm not gonna put you on the spot too much.
I honestly, I feel like Out of Style has the edge coming into this match, but anything can happen this day. I mean, the predictions we saw at the beginning of the day just going completely wrong because everyone was like, oh yeah, clearly Fibian, after coming off of a 7-0 just run, just a rip straight through the rival series, out in 2 series.
All they did was lose today, which has got to be crippling for them.
It will be very, very difficult, but Out of Style, especially coming in hot off of that 7 games, I think, be very warmed up. If Aleutian and company here do win, it's going to require a good number of games. I'd be very surprised if they're able to pull off the victory here in game number 1. So I'll go with you. I'll say Out of Style, since I hadn't actually answered your question yet.
Oh, I appreciate it, Wade.
You're welcome.
That's why we're such good friends.
Oh, man. 2 best friends that anyone could have. Just in the middle here in Lachinio. Try and play it through in our final match of the day. The winner moves into the RLCS. The loser drops to the rival series. And a best of 7 and a demolition there. Seabass' shot is high. Tyler to try and finish it off here as it goes back into the box. And Aleutian one more time. Try and move in, but he won't make contact.
Somehow they recovered from a double demolition on defense. Out of Style, still able to push that out and get enough recovery by some times and reset as a team. Seabass gave them some help there by missing that first shot.
The first minute will come and go quietly here in game number 1. Seabass will look for the pass up towards Ty. Doesn't make contact to put it into the net. Bounce off the wall here. Back now. Justin. Just carry this one nice and slow there. Seabass now to follow this one in the air. Lachinio into the corners. Epic Johnny sits in midfield. Move up now on the rotation. Justin in support in the mid. Straight down the center line. Lachinio looks for the back pass. And right now, it looks like Out of Style mostly playing, for a while there, they were playing just keep away. Just do not allow the Legions to touch the ball in any way. And they backed off and gave just a bit of room to breathe here as they look for a boost. And oh dear, Aleutian was the feels backflip, man. Justin will get a goal.
I think, honestly, Lachinio faked him out. Lachinio crossing in front of this. He thought he'd have a touch dropping back, so Aleutian didn't really know exactly where that was going with that crossover. Couldn't cut the angle off. And a very interesting attack, but Out of Style will give themselves the first goal of this series.
Themselves the goal here, and it's been a day for no lead changes. Very few games where any leads have changed. There's been lots of ties, but no lead changes. We'll see if that can stay true here in our final match. 2:50 left to go, approaching halftime. Tyler rather. That'll always be a problem. Aleutian try and drop this one down. Seabass there, puts the shot in and ties up the game. Beautiful drop here from Aleutian to give them the shot.
This contest from Justin, with no one to support, I don't really know if he should have popped it up there. It gave a nice tight angle for Aleutian to push that through. and then left his defender kind of sitting like a deer in the headlights, right? He was just sitting there on all four wheels because it got popped up just too far from him. In a situation like that, either have someone to support or control it to your corner.
Solid kick out by Out of Style. Justin with the follow, but Lucian to drop it away. Now Epic Johnny's shot goes in, and the lead right back in Out of Style's favor.
Kickoff goals seem to be the theme of the day. Justin getting the hard clear on that illusion, not able to make that, untouched by Justin or him. And Epic Johnny just essentially tasked to not miss this shot.
And he does not miss it indeed. Right here at halftime. Again, no lead change, just a tie game. Now back to a 1-goal score for Out of Style. Justin to follow this one along. Gas now, moving it back. Tie in the back as the third man. Moves up right behind Aleutian. Aggressive positioning from Allegiance. Johnny to play it away now. Justin now to carry this one through the air. Lachinio just behind him. So he had nobody contesting him. Epic Johnny up towards the backboard. Nobody in a good position to clear out the backboard, but the pinch will send it back out to midfield for a moment. With 1:45 left to go, it's still a 1-goal lead for Out of Style.
Great communication on Allegiance's side when they're on defense. Even if they might slightly double commit, they know who's going to, fulfill and push through with that clear, and they're the one who drops back to net, keeping this to just a 1-goal game.
1:28 on the clock. Tie shot. A bit high. Seabass up towards Aleutian. Not enough altitude. Lachinio will look for Epic Johnny. Seabass back down into the blue corner. Epic Johnny to try and wrap it around. Carries it across his own net. Nobody contesting him until Aleutian found him on the wall. Now Ty back into the box. Seabass looks for the shot. The pinch will roll all the way back up cleanly onto the ceiling and then back down. Aleutian to try and take the shot. Epic Johnny got the save. A beautiful pass off the ground that ended up coming off the ceiling, and Ty will find it off the wall and give us a tie game.
Just when I thought Allegiance wasn't following each other up, this clear from Justin without following through, and Lachinio needing to react quickly from net, gives Ty the angle, the only angle he needed. He comes off the backboard with it and ties up the game.
Yep, Lachinio missing there gave him the window of opportunity, and he ties it up. Now again, can they get the lead change here? Running out of time for anything more than 1 goal at this point. Just a matter of who's going to get it. Epic Johnny shot towards net. Seabass clear downfield. Final 30 seconds. As Ty moves out up on the wall. Shadow his own touch. And Epic Johnny will send it into the corner. Lucian 2 touches to get it over Lachinio and into the blue. 3 players in the corner there for Out of Style. They'll space back out. The final countdown ties up. Taken away by Epic Johnny. Aleutian will just flip it high. And no shot opportunities just yet unless Lachinio can get the full carry. He's got Justin behind him. No, they'll slam it down overtime in game number 1.
Not a surprise to see this, the final game of the day, the final spot in the RLCS being played for. Both of these teams will be giving it their all.
You have 7 games and 7 overtimes. That could be a thing that could happen.
That could be a thing that could happen.
Seabass's shot up into the cup corner. 3 players were up to defend it, but they get the transition as well and space right back out. Ty's touch back down in front of Justin, a dangerous one. He isn't able to take the shot. Now to drop back into the box. Seabass back out. Lachinio up. Lucian following down. Ty back out to Epic Johnny. With a few of these touches from Ty on the back wall, they could possibly be setting up Out of Style for the winning goal. Here comes Epic Johnny again. Seabass will roll it, just caress it to the side.
Uh-oh.
This is just so much defense right now for Allegiance. He does put it through, manages to get it down. The ball was just glued to that back wall for so long. And Epic Johnny, we've seen him tuck a few around the post today. And again, that first goal, it'll go in. We'll see Out of Style win.
All 3 players of Allegiance almost contesting that first one that came across their net, losing just enough boost So only one player had just about 50, another had about 12 boost. So sitting there on defense with Epic Johnny coming to try and hug it around the corner of the post was not going to be an easy task. And Out of Style will take the first game.
We'll take that first game, and it's been a trend all day. The first team to score is the team to win here, as we saw Allegiance tie it back up multiple times, but still Out of Style able to win in overtime. And they're one game closer from doing what they came so close to doing at the beginning of last season. If they're able to pull it off and make it into the RLCS, it'd be huge for these guys.
And nearly doubling shots. Out of Style had more of the offensive control. 10 shots to 6. Only 6 for Allegiance. Granted, they were still able to put up almost the same amount of goals. So, you know, that usually talks a bit to what kind of opportunities are you taking and what is your accuracy looking like.
Sure.
But, you know, we've spoken about it before. The last goal is the only one that truly matters, the one that gets you in the lead, especially in overtime. But doubling the shots isn't going to feel too great for Allegiance. Playing defense that much, yes, it's a tactic. A lot of teams will sometimes wait back, especially if you know you've got plenty of rotation and they're coming from not very creative angles.
Well, I feel like a lot of those shots got put up right there in the overtime where the ball, you just saw Out of Style constantly like making plays in goal and then going out for boost and coming back to their goal and never being able to clear out. And just so much pressure given there in that overtime as Out of Style suffocates them and lets Epic Johnny do his thing.
And generally, we haven't seen these teams give themselves too many options. We see a lot of backboard smashing, which gives you the one option, or you go for the tight angled shot. If you're going up for a shot, you can either force a goalie to come up and try and clear it or save it, or you can try and, you know, hit it off the backboard really hard so your teammate can get the pass, or just drop it mid gently for your teammate. So you've got a couple options. We see them mostly going for the defensive pull on both of these sides, but on the first game doesn't tell the tale.
We'll see here. Well, Allegiance, I said I would be surprised if they were able to get the victory there in game number 1, and Out of Style did win, but Allegiance made a fight out of it.
Oh, here we go.
Bring it down to 1. Justin missing the open net. Looked like he would have a free shot there, but unable to find the target.
Tough reaction. Luchinio opting for a bump.
Oh, and Tyler. Tyler with a nice read. Illusion up. Goes into the corner. Time onto the wall here. Slowing it down. Luchinio to let it wrap high. Almost follow down.
Nice control.
Corner.
Whenever they're on one-on-one situations, especially Out of Style, you'll notice that they'll always make sure to keep themselves behind the ball. They win a lot of contested 50-50s by just that fact alone.
Lucian and Seabass up for Allegiance. Ty tried to move into the rotation, but then the clears came through, and now 3 players piled up on the wall. Lucian will slow this one down, get the flick over Luchinio, see if he can hold on to ball control here. So he moves it back down, and Ty moves in to help him out. They move it into the blue corner and try to wrap it. Epic Johnny to try and clear it. Seabass is there. A beautiful read. Even with the touch from Epic Johnny, he's able to get the goal.
I mean, this credit has to go to Illusion. The way they cleared that out from their half was way faster than Out of Style had predicted. They thought they had control. They had to clear it around 2 of them stacked on top of each other, but they were able to get it around 2 defenders by slowing it down, having a lot of control, and predicting their opponents.
Yeah, and usually we would say that, you know, Ty's positioning right on top of Illusion on that transition was a bit too aggressive. He's opening up too much, but because they were able to put such speed on it and follow through with what they were trying to do, it works out so well. Seabass putting that final shot in, and now Allegiance with the lead in game 2. 3:27 left on the clock. Justin takes a shot, puts it in, and it's a tie game.
There you go. We saw him cursed with a bit of inaccuracy earlier, missing a shot that was open to him, but the moment Seabass doesn't make contact, that is very tough for him. He had the boost as well. He was trying to conserve and thought he could get there in time, but sometimes those are just a bit too fast. The bounce comes a little harder than expected, and Justin will not miss a shot like that anymore.
3:23 left on the clock. A good minute before halftime. Seabass following along. Tyler down the field, Epic Johnny on the wall. Came off, played into his own corner. Now Ty looking to set up Seabass, who's airborne. Meeting Luchinio. Drop back down for Illusion. Now Legion's putting on the pressure. A lot of 3-man work from the Legions, a team that has always been characterized by the team play. Can Seabass finish this off? Couldn't get it around. Epic Johnny just pushes it away from his own net. Illusion on the wall was hoping to get it away from Justin. Seabass to Ty. Try and drop it down. It's high. Illusion waits out Epic Johnny, gets a pass 1, but Luchinio's there, and it'll go back into the orange. Now Epic Johnny, he's got Justin in the midfield. He'll pinch out towards him, but past him. Now Luchinio high, Illusion over to the side. Seabass now up. Ty to drop it back down towards the box. Sent away. Luchinio Lachinio out to Epic Johnny, shot on net, blocked by Seabass.
Lucian, always there in support with his teammate.
It feels like this has been the story of this game, constantly playing it off the backboard, taking a shot, blocked, either blocked by the defense or the shot's wide. It's definitely been the case often here for Out of Style. But Epic Johnny over the top. Oh, and he gets this one over that front defender and gets the lead.
One of the first midfield passes we'd seen this game, and what a shot from Epic Johnny. How he got around to get that blows my mind. Seabass was sitting there, had the boost. Actually, he might not have had the boost, but still kind of poised and ready. Still unable to react, thinking that would get past his teammate. Incredible shot from Johnny.
And one of the first lead changes we've had of the day. After Allegiant scored first, Out of Style now with the lead with 1:45 left to go. Seabass put it high. Come back down the field. Justin's there against Ty Not Tyler. So we'll send it away. Epic Johnny in the corner up to the midfield. Lucian gonna play it away. Ty back in the middle. Seabass will look for the small pass, but Justin interrupts, sends it towards the goal. Does it go in? No. Seabass sends it away. But Lucian followed right behind him, opening up the net. He's got to carry this one. Gets it out from Epic Johnny's area. Lucian will try. Fail to get it away from Justin. Now the clear is back downfield. See the Out of Style players rotate back onto defense here. Seabass looks carried over the top. They bring out Justin. There's still Lachinio in net.
Legions have been dealing with Justin well. The moment he gains control, they do a two-man attack on him. One, opting for the close contest, forcing him to do some kind of play, whether it be flick or dribble or lose control. And the second will always be there to take it away.
Illusion took a nice shot, but Epic Johnny, solid defensive plays, and now Lachinio on the transition will get the dunk. Ty Tyler sends it away, 30 seconds remaining. Out of Style, holding on to the 1-goal lead, but you know the Legions would love to do this here as Illusion drops it down, and Lachinio saves it, sends it away, 20 seconds left.
You're right, though. A lot of backboard use from both of these teams, which is why I believe why these games are such low-scoring games. Because a lot of these players have gotten really good at defending that. You're kind of opting for either a unique touch off the backboard or somebody not to touch it, which we saw earlier when Seabass didn't get one. It left a wide-open net. But to rely on an opponent's mistake, we'll continue to see these low-scoring games and Out of Style.
Able to come back, get another win there, and now up 2 games in the series. And again, they were able to, not only were they able to get a lead change, they were able to hold that lead change. And what has been a day characterized by the first goal, basically dictating which team wins. Finally, Out of Style going to break that trend here. And we will have a 2-goal lead, or 2-game lead rather in the series. Got to do it 2 more times.
Now, for those of you that are longtime viewers of the RLCS, you look at a player like Lachinio, who used to be just an absolute monster. I mean, he really helped carry his team through a lot of the series in the World Championships for Season 1. But now you see him kind of taking that step back. He got no shots that game. He was kind of being that third man, that defensive hold, and generally defense was actually one of his weakest spots. Whenever you left him back on defense is usually when the team would struggle to hold goals off.
Sure.
So just seeing him make that transition, it could have been a lot of things, right? Like maybe the pressure built up on him a lot. He didn't really want to have that weight on him with the striking. And now that if he's able to convert those the mechanical skill into defense, he can be just as strong.
Absolutely, and you see him oftentimes, he hangs sometimes farther back, like in a kind of a very micro scale. We'll see his specific positioning in net. He's always like off the back line. He's like in the net, like far back. It's very interesting the way he chooses to play defense. It's very different than a lot of the other players that we see who are kind of more defensively minded right now.
It scares me, honestly. When I see him back there, I'm like, what are you doing? But it's worked in his favor every single time.
It has so far, and they have gotten 2 victories under their belt, 2 wins away from qualifying from RLCS. They would knock Allegiance down into the rival series, or they would be sitting in the same league as their rivals Fibian.
I mean, just to talk on that a little bit longer, Wave, I suppose why he would do that would be mostly, a lot of times you can get a really good hit as a goalie and defender, but you don't have the momentum to follow it.
Sure.
You will always get beat, but if he builds that momentum while he's already in net, he can get a hard clear and a follow through to really start setting his teammates up for cherry picks or to follow through with him.
Ty letting that one roll off his hood and then winning the 50-50, goes back into the middle, but Epic Johnny's there first. Now Lachinio making work on the offense. Justin's up, could drop this angle down. Epic Johnny looking for the zone on Seabass, and it doesn't matter. He makes the save, sends it away. We'll stay scoreless here in the first minute.
But Out of Style coming out with fire in their eyes immediately. Just 40 seconds into the game. and they put on some threatening opportunities.
4:15. See Aleutian moving it into the blue corner. Time moves across.
A second
Now
one.
Oceania tried. Had 2 touches there. They were off target. And now Aleutian holding on to ball control. Get the pinch over onto the wall. Tie to follow. Epic Johnny's there first. Seabass clear, touches the ceiling. Moving all the way into the blue corner. And a 150-50 to be Justin uncontested to try and play it away. Seabass now back. They'll loft this one. Epic Johnny's up, but can't get it all the way. Got it out to midfield there. Seabass will play it off to the side. Falling behind this ball, it's Lochinio. Sends it over and towards the goal, but ties there again. Slow. It's all the plays right now from out of style, solo plays, moving into enemy territory one by one.
That's generally the very passive. You want to leave 2 people back. That's when you're very scared to get scored on. Only a single shot a piece for each team, essentially. But they're waiting for that, right? The double commit. Now they can start putting on shot after shot, and it will be up to Allegiance to retreat, but they weren't able to get that second volley, and Allegiance will clear.
Seabass with a loft here. Aleutian letting this one sit in front of the box. Lochinio drops it back down. Aleutian got the demo on Epic Johnny, but Justin was right there too.
Interesting thing, we just saw Justin back in net as well. What I think they're avoiding is demolitions. They're so deep in net, no one's going to come all the way in and put themselves out of position.
It's a good strategy there to keep yourself off the goal line. And it does give you that extra speed, but Aleutian, look at the angle he finds and gives Allegiance the lead.
Waiting patiently on the ground for his teammate. Seabass dropping that. Oh, it was off. That was very situational off of Lochinio, but Aleutian thinking quickly to put himself underneath that ball and drop it through. They will find themselves in the lead.
The reverse goal to give them that 1-goal lead. Can they hold on here? They're halfway through this game. They would love to get a win here in this series. So far, they've dropped both games. Now Justin to try and play it through. Here comes Lochinio. Seabass up tie. Ball makes its way into the blue corner. Justin will try to carry it out, but Aleutian has other ideas, sends it back. And Lochinio finally gets the clear. Right now, long clears on both sides, going both directions. Punt. Epic Johnny puts it into the box. Seabass taking his time. Goes down, picks up boost, gets it past Lochinio, and now he'll follow up his own touch, puts it into the corner. Past Justin, it's just Epic Johnny who's making contact. This one goes back into the box, Justin plays it away, and Aleutian in the corner. Small ping pong here in the side. Across the field, tie, back into the corner again. Pressure from Allegiance, but no shots on net. Justin with a redirect at midfield, puts it all the way into the orange corner. Time moving it back down. As we approach this final minute of game 3. Still Allegiance holding on to the lead. The shot from Justin blocked away by Seabass.
Such a good block. Clears all the way to the other side off the backboard. So they were unable to keep that up. And now demolition. Seabass consistency right there in his mechanical play off of the backboard, taking it. And then Chokin called that a doomsday dish.
Yeah, and then the guarantee of the goal just opened up there by Aleutian, getting the demolition. I believe it was Lochinio and net. And now a 2-goal lead here for Allegiance in the final minute. Looking like they'll get a win here in game number 3. Another shot on net. Justin sends it away. 45 seconds is plenty of time to score 2 goals. But they need to get that first one in pretty quickly. Lochinio out and up. Looking for boost possibly. Looking for the boost star for bumps. Open up space for his teammates. 30 seconds remaining here in game 3. Lochinio gets it past Aleutian, sends it towards the box. Justin's there and puts it in. 23 seconds remaining, and the game is still alive here for Out of Style.
These passing plays, you don't really see out of them until they're kind of have their backs against the wall. Lochinio down to Justin, and Lochinio was still there potentially for either some bumps to get in the way of defenders or to even maybe drop it down if he needed to. Pass it back to Justin if possible. And just to mention, prior to this, Allegiance had 2 shots on 2 goals. They do have a 3rd shot now, but they are waiting for those opportunities.
They're taking their time. Right now, time is the name of the game. They can run this down and get the win. Final 10 seconds. We've seen Out of Style here a number of times today with the opportunity of a buzzer beater to send us to overtime. Hasn't happened yet. Now's as good a time as any. But everybody missing the ball there. This one will go back at their box. I'll be surprised if they can keep it up. They won't. Allegiance gets the win here in Game 3. We got a series on our hands, Carpet.
2 games to 1. Allegiance down, but again, best of 7 still. So you need to win 4 games to take this series. One team qualifies into the RLCS. Either Allegiance holds their spot or Out of Style will be the first RLRS team to ever move up and get promoted here in the history of the RLCS, essentially.
Yep.
They're looking good. They've got 2 games up. This game was still a 1-goal game. The shots in favor of Out of Style. But again, you can tell Allegiance is playing patient. They're waiting for the chance, and they're just taking the ones that are presented to them. They're not taking shots unless they truly need to.
Yeah, it's been all 1-goal games so far. These teams very, very close. And it could go either direction. I mean, you and I were predicting Out of Style. It was kind of split on the desk as well between Allegiance and Out of Style. It could really, really go in any direction right now. Renegades already having qualified. On overtime, I think we all predicted Fibian and Allegiance.
Yeah.
And right now, it could easily be Renegades and Out of Style.
Yeah.
Which would that just shows you just how close this tournament is.
And I actually love seeing the fact that the teams that were at the top of the RLRS are that close to the teams that are, have kind of hit or miss schedules every now and then in the RLCS. But those teams obviously can still contest. I mean, we've seen what they're capable of. You definitely can never write off anyone in any of these teams. And I love seeing these matches getting as close as they are.
Yeah, it's like you have to draw the line somewhere. Where, like, how many teams do we have in our league? And it's like we've drawn it at 8. So, like, yes, could the 9th and 10th place teams compete? For sure, but you got to draw the line somewhere. So that's why the Rival Series is here. It gives a place for all those teams to compete. Right now, Out of Style, going to try and make use of the opportunity given to them by coming in the top 2 of the North American Rival Series. See if they can make it into the RLCS. They've gotten 2 games, got to do it 2 more times, but Allegiance starting to fight back. They got the win there in Game 3. We'll look to see them tie up the series here in Game 4. Lachinio, though, will start things off, puts it in. Out of Style's got the lead.
Kick-off goals. We've seen so many of them. Ty and Illusion. There's the mistake, both committing to it. Ty had an okay angle, but probably not a lot of boost to support. I don't know if he could have actually jumped up very high for that. Illusion, a little bit fearful that someone would beat him to that ball, came to cross it and hit it towards the side, but Ty had already committed too far for that. Left it wide open for Lachinio.
Illusion to Seabass. Looking to tie up the game here. Justin will carry it over the top for Ty. Move in to make a shot. He'll get a touch, but get demolished. Now Seabass dropping it back down to the box. Illusion out of midfield, not in a position to shoot. Seabass with the soft touches. High up high. Lachinio back out towards Illusion. Seabass to the corner while Ty sets up in net. Nobody looking for the bump just yet. All Out of Style looking for the pass shots, and Justin will find the placement. You watch the goalie leave, and Justin immediately takes the shot.
I mean, this is the first touch, immediately reading, coming off the wall, and putting it onto target. All things that are very difficult to do in the heat of the moment and barely giving yourself time to react. And you can tell that everybody on Allegiance was unprepared for that. They both thinking they could confidently leave the net, that someone would be there to contest it, but no one was. Out of Style now up by 2.
And they were flipping to get to the boost. They were just that confident of leaving, and Justin says, cool, I see you leaving. I'm going to take a shot at your net. We'll have a substantial lead here. No game won by more than 1 goal so far in this series. Able to hold on to the score margin and be the best win yet. Nice little pass.
Yeah.
Seabass to fall down. Try to put it into the box. Justin will fall back. Epic Johnny on the rotation, and Lachinio moves towards net. Wish for the play, and Lachinio moves out. Up onto the backboard, Seabass to put it into the corner. It's just Lachinio right now making work. Justin will look to drop it down. It's a bit high. He'll need some help to finish it off. And Illusion, Seabass will team up to clear it away. Now to Tyler. Look at the pass plays. Can they pull it off? It will not be finished off. But it was a beautiful format. I love just watching them put that together. This is still in a dangerous position. So Justin moves it to the corner.
That last drive, almost an overcommit for Allegiance, barely getting back in time before Epic Johnny almost sunk one under the crossbar, but he couldn't reach it in time. And now we see Allegiance, they need to kind of come out of their comfort zone. They can't wait anymore. They can't play the patient game and take opportunities given, because now they're down by 2 goals with just over half the game left.
And if they lose this game, Allegiance is on match point. Out of Style just has to win 1 more to steal the RLCS spot away from Allegiance. Justin up, Seabass. Corner, sends this one back out to Aleutian. They put it back into the box, and Justin sends it away. Follow this one along. He's got Epic Johnny right behind him, and now going for the air carry. Trying to do it all of the way. Brings up 2 defenders. Ty moves out right behind Seabass. Moves onto the backboard. It's mostly been Ty on that backboard.
Johnny's turn. Nope, Justin's turn still.
Drops it back down. Johnny was right there to try and finish it off, but Seabass comes in. Clears it out of the net. The final 2 minutes past halftime to still the 2-0 lead for Out of Style. Epic Johnny across the box. Outpaces Justin. Seabass and Lucian out of position. Ty has to hang on right now as Lachinio just gets the soft touch straight to him. Lucian moving it out. Seabass sits in net. Lucian comes off the wall, drops it down, but there's no one there to help him out. And Epic Johnny will find the backboard. Not Tyler up. And Justin to follow it up as well. Where's Lachinio? He's in the air as well. A 3rd time onto the backboard, and this time Ty gets a clear out and away. Just able to avoid that pressure, which was just mounting there from Out of Style.
But not for very long. You see them turning it around already at the midfield. Out of Style trying to just stifle everything Allegiance has. They've got the lead, and they're trying to make that lead even bigger. They are staying on offense, which I really enjoy seeing from them, because a lot of teams today have been getting more passive when they're in the lead.
Seabass out towards timeout Tyler. Lucian now to carry it through. Chinio with the block. The shot is a bit high, and Ty does not have the follow-up. There's a shot from Seabass, saved by Justin. He sends it away, and in the final minute, Out of Style. They got plenty of style. It's just they've got the victory right now. I feel like I already made that joke today. You know, there's been a lot of series today.
Your brain just works in punny ways.
You know, that's just the truth. Over the top, 30 seconds remaining, and with every second that passes, it's more and more likely Out of Style's going to be able to take this one. It's only a 2-goal margin. The goal immediately here could possibly give the opportunity to Allegiance to send us to overtime. It has been a day void of buzzer beaters. Ty plays it down, Justin over the side. Seabass to follow it. With the final countdown, there's not going to be any time left to score 2 goals, and it will be the 2-0, maybe 3-0. Does this go all the way in? No, this one should touch. No, there's the shot maybe. No, okay, cool. Out of Style. 2-0 here. And with their 3rd win of the match, as we move into Game 5, could be the last one. The one to seal the deal to send them to RLCS.
I saw something that I did want to comment on. So Ty Tyler was about to shoot on net, and there were 2 people that were totally grounded, and he essentially could have opted to shoot into the corners and the crossbar. But with the movement of the ball, the way it was bouncing, and what he had left, it was a little bit difficult. So what he did instead is he deliberately hit it just above the net so he could give himself a rebound. He was giving himself that double touch, which at this point a lot of players can pull off. He had just missed it. Maybe he thought about it a little bit too late, I think, and he's like, I'll go for the double touch. He's like, oh, wait, crap, I haven't really thought about how I was going to approach this. But it's so much harder to actually stop someone that's got that close of a margin from shooting, because now you have to pre-jump. Yeah. And when you're making somebody pre-jump, you're essentially making their accuracy that much worse. Yeah. So I really like the decision, but he was just this close to executing.
I feel like that is just that is in a nutshell how Allegiance was like all season, where they were just this close to getting victories, very, very close to be able to take wins off of the teams that placed higher than them. But here they are now with their backs against the wall. If they want to be in RLCS, they have to win 3 straight right now as we move into Game 5. They have to win games 5, 6, and 7. Any of those go anything other than in their favor, and they will be in the rival series next season.
I mean, just speaking about Allegiance, timeline and what their life has looked like in the RLCS, consistency kind of is their plague. We've seen them make highlight plays and do such a great job taking really big teams to Game 5. But it's that consistency that really separates them from the teams that will hold spots in the RLCS and will consistently defeat them. But right now, it feels like Out of Style has that consistency over them.
We will see, how does Allegiance play with their backs against the wall? Lucian drop it down. Lachinio over towards Justin. Goes back in the middle. Lachinio misses, and Epic Johnny actually falls back, respecting that neither of his teammates had rotated, not wanting to leave themselves open to a breakaway. Right now, the 50-50 game is so much in Out of Style's favor.
Demolition on Justin. We'll handicap that attack just a little bit.
He comes flying back in from the corner. Johnny will put it back in the middle. Justin's up. Maybe drop it down to Lucinio, and it'll be up to Johnny instead. Now Lucinio over to the side. Lucian gets it past him. Landing into the box. Justin try and play this one away from his own net all by himself. Flicks it high. Seabass puts it back above the backboard. Lucinio will win the 50-50 at midfield. And then cleared back into the blue. Shot from Aleutian, sent away by Epic Johnny. Now Tyler onto the side, he'll follow it up on the wall, keep this one in out-of-style territory. And then Justin, with Lucinio's help, able to transition this one out. He looks for the kill to try and set up Epic Johnny's shot. Won't find it, but here's Justin over the top of two. Just one in the back, and he's not even home yet. And here comes Aleutian from the side. He'll clear it away. 3:30 left to go, still scoreless in game 5.
But now they're playing ball chase right now. Allegiance needing to try and close the gap, but Out of Style is there after every single touch.
Oh, and Justin will drop it down and under. If you miss that touch on the defense, Justin will score, and he does so.
And all this unraveled from that first late retreat onto defense when we saw Epic Johnny cherry picking back, putting that threat on. Never since that touch, it was always given up to Out of Style. They weren't able to slow it down. They had the pressure on them the whole time. And at that point, it was just a matter of time until Out of Style put it in.
Out of Style with the lead right now with that first goal. Allegiance will have to break tradition, will have to break the trend here. Be able to get the lead back. Now Tyler looking for the dribble, but Lucinio takes it away from him, sends it over to the side. Now looking to set it up his teammates. Aleutian over the top. Epic Johnny rotating back. And this is where that strong defensive backline that's been just a thing for every team, it feels like today, is really going to play in favor. Oh, this one goes through. They couldn't kill the momentum. It looked like the defense was there, but Epic Johnny's shot goes in 2-0 now for Out of Style.
Aleutian, the one to try and stay in the net, guarding that back post, but that shot was just a tiny bit behind him. Aleutian didn't get it, and Epic Johnny was able to put it through.
It's amazing to me. There were two defenders there.
Yeah.
And it looked like both were able to kind of get a contact with it, but it didn't matter.
I think the first might have whiffed, and the second one just was coming from a really bad angle.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the sort of goal that would be defended. And Lucinio over the top of breakaway, straight in, and they are running away with game 5 right now.
I mean, you look at the predictions from earlier today, and we may legitimately have the inverse of what everyone had suspected. Just goes to show you have to show up the day of, as well as play consistent. Two new teams may have a chance, or I guess one new team may have a chance to prove themselves in the RLCS.
It's going to be crazy. We're here at halftime. There's plenty of time for Allegiance to come back into this. But what has been an exceedingly low-scoring day of Rocket League, a 3-goal lead is substantial right now. They have absolutely mountains to climb.
I think Aleutian's feeling it, Wave. Honestly, it feels like they're getting a little more hesitant to come up as a pair. They don't want to catch themselves at a net. The moment they lost the first goal, I think they played passively from then on, and that's kind of counterproductive when you're against a team that's starting to ramp up, and Out of Style is starting to feel more and more comfortable with their attacks. Yeah,
well, we've seen all the teams, I was saying before the second goal, we've seen all these teams play such excellent turtle defense where they just strengthen it with always 2 players in your own half, the one player going out just to cause chaos, to kind of try to push the ball out, and right now they can hunker down, and all they got to do is do that for 1:45, and they will have that victory in that RLCS spot. Trying to drop this down, Justin over the top, shot downfield. Ty will be there to block it away, but he's got to make the offense work.
See no one following that up. A demolition, Ty attempting for both. Seabass trying to support him on that attack.
Able to get in a target on net. Over the top there, this one should go in, and that'll be the first goal on the board here for Allegiance. They need 2 more, but it's a good start.
I mean, that's a little bit more air in the lungs for them. 1:23 for 2 goals is very, very possible. We've seen a lot of goals scored in a short period of time, even just today in this series, so they have a chance to stay alive. But they need to win 3 games back-to-back.
Yes, they have to make this monumental comeback, and then they're only 2 games into their wins. They have to continue it here. Another demolition, going for the physical plays. Moving players, definitely an opportunity. Seabass can put this in, but it goes high. He had an open net to shoot at, and Seabass has been the most accurate player on Allegiance today. A rough situation. They needed that one desperately. As we hit the final minute, they're still down by 2.
I think the pressure really is starting to mount on these guys, but I like the physical plays. Wondering why they didn't pull this out earlier, why it seems to be their last-ditch effort. It's working very well, but then you'll see Out of Style do that interesting turtle thing where they just sit all the way back in net so they don't get the circumstantial demolitions of people just driving on by and picking them off.
38 seconds remaining, down by 2. Out of style, looking more and more comfortable. Looking more and more like that RLCS spot is theirs. 30 seconds remaining. Tie to Illusion. They get it past Lachinio, but Justin's right there. Epic Johnny in the back line. Always a player in between the ball and the out-of-style goal. Tying on Tyler to try and send it down, and Lachinio sends it away. Justin stayed grounded the whole time, and he'll be able to defend the follow-up shot from Illusion. Justin and Lachinio both up, but the final countdown's happening. Players missing all over the place, but it goes off to the side, and that will be the end of it. You see Illusion just stop. He knows it's over, and well done to Out of Style. Justin will try to put in one more for good measure. It won't happen here, but Out of Style in 5 games secure a spot in Season 5 of the Rocket League Championship Series.
After beating the odds, barely even making it into the promotional tournament, coming in at the lower seed as well, and then fighting through all of our predictions saying they weren't going to make it, going through the lowers as well after losing a match, unbelievably shown by them. They really have just so much willpower to really push through on this. They caught everybody off guard, just the mechanical skills alone. I'm loving seeing Lachinio's different role from what we saw from him in Season 1. Just a treat to watch these guys, but huge props to Allegiance. They played well in the RLCS, but they fell just a bit short, and now they will move down into the RLRS.
Yeah, it was cool to watch them play as a team as well. We came in, everybody was hot on Lachinio, everyone was very hot on Justin as well, but Epic Johnny having a great day, excellent play.
Amazing sportsmanship. You guys can't see it right now, but in the chat, they're giving each other huge congrats. All of Allegiance saying everybody played so well today. I heard them saying like RGGs, and when one of their games when they lost, like really good games. They seem to have a blast today, even if the results may not have gone in their favor. It's just so cool to see everybody happy for each other, no matter how the results went.
Yeah, the excellent community continues here, even at the pro level. So, guys, it's been a great day of Rocket League. We got another day of Europe in store for you guys tomorrow. But for more analysis on this and to prepare you for tomorrow, let's go back to the desk.
We also have some OCE coming up in a little bit, so stay tuned. But wow, what a series there from Out of Style. They had to do it, and they did it. It can be pretty intimidating if you win earlier in the day to play the same team, but they were able to maintain their composure and push themselves to a victory, making history in the process. The first rival series team to advance to the RLCS, and that's Out of Style. Congrats to that team. Let's take a look at the Mobile One high-performance replay from that matchup. Pretty convincing overall. We saw, honestly, maybe a bit of the best stuff from Allegiance near the very, very end, but a little bit too late as Out of Style able to secure that spot.
An exact same series score as the one that we started the day, little under, or probably over 5 hours ago when these teams played, and it looks like Out of Style, they had their number today. Justin played really well once again. It wasn't as explosive as the first series, but Allegiance couldn't keep up that awesome defense they showed versus Fibian.
Yeah, and in my opinion, Lachinio stepped up massively in this match. He was in the offensive zone, the defensive zone, and no mistakes coming out from him, which was critical.
And we see Out of Style, they played all championship series teams today. 3 series, they won 11 total games and lost 6. And they lost in Game 7, obviously, to Renegades, but they doubled up the play-in stats of rival series teams versus championship series teams, who only had 5 wins total in 8 series. So congrats to Out of Style, because again, they barely made the rival series. They had to play in that last chance qualifier. They come through. A lot of people are still like, they're a little too flashy for my taste. But it looks like they fixed that throughout the season and had a huge end of the season, like versus Hollywood Hammers. That 3-0 was so big. And now they're into the championship series. And Lachinio, once again, a world champion coming back in.
Yeah, awesome for them, and now they get to prove themselves in the championship series. I'm keeping an eye on Twitter. I don't see any tweets from Out of Style just yet, but Aleutian tweeted, GG's to Out of Style. They're insane. I wish the best for them in this season of RLCS. So just goes to show how classy all these guys are. At the end of the day, it's all about sportsmanship, just giving each other pats on the back, congratulating each other, as we know how much of a feat it is to get those victories on these very important days. So Out of Style moving on. And that pretty much wraps up our day for the North America region. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final bracket from this promotion tournament. As you see, Renegades coming out of the upper bracket surprised a lot of folks to emerge into next season of RLCS, and Out of Style just behind them there. Quite a full day of Rocket League, a couple series going the distance, but a lot of fun the whole way through.
And plus, it's really surprising because it was the lower seeded championship series team and the lower seeded rival series team that show up on the day when you have to win, and they both proved it here. So congrats to Renegades and Out of Style.
Yeah, and Dapper for stepping up for his team. There were a lot of question marks, especially with Moses being in that 3rd position. We didn't know how he was going to play today, and ultimately he stepped up when he had to and supported his team great.
Yeah, and I'm just now getting some feedback from Twitter here from these players. Lachinio saying it doesn't feel real. And then I think we had a tweet from Justin as well who said, RLCS, baby. That's my exaggeration on what he was doing as he was saying that. I don't know if you
Was
guys
that
think
the
that's
emote
accurate. It's like,
that he
yeah, RLCS. That's what I would do. Uh-oh, there's a GIF. All right,
There
enjoy.
we go, you know.
All right, Old Spice Player of the Week. You guys have any guesses?
I'm pretty sure I know who this is.
Because we helped decide it. Congratulations to Dapper from Renegades, a team that came into this weekend. A lot of question marks around this team as they didn't perform as well as they would have hoped in the regular season. Swapping some players here and there. Not entirely sure who is playing this weekend, but ultimately Dapper coming in huge this weekend, exactly when he needs to, pushing the Renegades into RLCS.
And what a day for him. I'm so happy for him because his season 4, all his stats were down. He had a miserable season. He was down 0.11 goals per game, 0.25 assists per game, 0.66 shots per game, and 10% shooting percentage, all lower in season 4 than season number 3. Miserable season, but it makes up for all of it today where they get back into the RLCS.
Yeah, and maybe next season he'll have a little bit of redemption. Who knows what the storyline holds for him. But what's impressive to me, the out-of-style Renegades game, which was a defensive powerhouse matchup, and Dapper, 7 of the 10 goals for Renegades, just really carrying them to victory.
Yeah, plus he had the clincher versus Fabian in that long overtime in game number 6. That series could have went either way as well. So congrats to Dapper. What a performance. And we were saying throughout the entire season, really, like he needs to help Timmy on the offensive side. Well, this time around, he took control of the offense for the Renegades squad. And Timmy was like, oh, sweet, I have my old Dapper back. So we'll see how they look going into season number 5.
Go say congrats. You saw his Twitter at the bottom there, DAPPAH, I believe, on Twitter.
I think.
Yeah, UH. Go say hi to Dappa and say congratulations. And I said Dappa because that's
That's his Twitter.
his Twitter handle. Another tweet, because it's great. I love seeing this stuff. Ty Not Tyler was on the losing team there. Said, the better team won, and honestly, I'm not distraught at all. Talking about a team who truly deserves it. I couldn't be happier for my boys, Justin, Lachinio, Johnny. Good luck in your season. I'm going to be right there supporting you guys. So great stuff there from Allegiance. They're going to be fighting in the rival series, and I'm sure they'll be back near the top, probably along with Fabian as well. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on that. But let's talk about tomorrow a little bit. We have a bracket to show you because we're doing something very similar tomorrow. For the European region, we have the top 2 teams from the RLRS, Fnatic and the Juicy Kids, going up against Team Secret and Team Envy, the bottom 2 from the RLCS. Same situation here, double elimination bracket, best of 7s. 2 teams move on to next season.
Huge favorites with Envy, the world champions from season number 3, and Fnatic. But we saw today, pretty much huge favorites for Fabian, and they came in 4th. So definitely check out tomorrow. There's probably going to be some surprises in store. And that's why they play these games when the pressure is on. Let's see who steps up.
Well, and it's kind of the same storyline where the leftovers, now known as Fnatic, are looking for revenge again, just like Fabian was today. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a different story tomorrow.
It's going to be amazing, though. 9 a.m. Pacific, so 3 hours earlier than when the show starts on Saturdays. It's tomorrow. Again, twitch.tv/Rocket League. Also coming up November 10th. Any guesses? We're just making this an open game here. Any guesses what's coming up November 10th?
I think I know this one, too. Washington, D.C.
Yes.
LAN World Championships?
World Championships. We actually have a bracket to show you guys of what's the World Championships is going to look like. Here you go. I don't even know how to break down. I think it's public, actually. The schedule is already public on how these matches are happening on each day. I think 6 matches day 1, 6 matches to day 2, and then potentially 7 on day 3. But here's how it's all shaken out: 4 from North America, 4 from Europe, 2 from the OCE region, which we're determining later today. Actually, stay tuned to the stream. But here's how the bracket looks.
It's going to be exciting, but I think Gale Force actually has a reasonably easy bracket. But again, they haven't looked that good lately. They're a little shaky. PSG just had what a performance by them, going all the way to the finals of the gnarly LAN where they played Cloud9, and it's anyone's game here. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch all these teams battle it out.
Well, and Ghost has been on fire. Even in that gnarly tournament, they were still on fire, and they're so fun to watch. So not as easy as it could be, but,
Yeah, they swept Gale Force, so who knows?
They don't have Cloud9 and energy.
True, and they were falling asleep, I heard, at Gale Force while playing because of the jet lag, but I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun to see all
I feel
these
like a few of
guys.
them probably stayed in town, right? A few of the teams stayed in town from the...
I don't know if they did. I think most of them went back.
I'd be interested in that. I feel like it could be smart. Just boot camp here in the States.
Why not?
And then head to the land of the free. I don't know what we're calling it.
If Land of the Free works.
Land
That's
of the
nice.
Free. I kind of like it. Washington, D.C., November 10th through the 12th, MGM National Harbor. I've only seen pictures but it looks amazing. This venue, I was like reading about it. It opened up late last year, so brand new venue, awesome location. If you can make it, even if you can just make it one day, please get yourself to the Rocket League World Championships coming up in 2 weeks, November 10th, 11th, and 12th, again at the MGM National Harbor in Washington, D.C. I think that's it for us. Stay tuned to this stream. We're going to be hosting the Throwdown tournament that's happening at PAX Australia. It's the regional championships for the OCE region. We have 4 teams competing. Only 2 teams can emerge, and that's coming up right now, pretty much next. But first, I want to get some last words from you. Huge shout out to Subi over here. I know it's your first time on the RLCS broadcast. Hopefully you had a great time. How's your day, man? It's a lot of fun for us. Hopefully it was fun for you. I'm sure it was.
It was an absolute blast, and I gotta say, when you bring 2 dads to the desk,
There you go.
the
2
analysis
dads.
just gets better.
Well, Subi, excited to have you back again sometime. Gibbs.
I'm just jealous of the hair.
We'll work on it.
Okay.
We'll boot
I
camp
don't know.
together.
All right. Like I need, I don't know, ointment or something. I don't
Hey,
know.
it is the Halloween season, so maybe you can figure it out
Sure.
that way.
Figure out. I got 2 days, right? 3 days, something like that.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on twitch.tv/Rocket League. Remember, stay tuned. Coming up next right here is OCE action. It's the regional championships for the OCE region. Only 2 teams can emerge to the World Championships, and that's live from PAX Australia, and it's coming up right now. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to Renegades and Adestel for advancing to next season of RLCS. We'll see you tomorrow for the European region of the promotional tournament. Enjoy the Australia tournament.